Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Listen, you guys, angazi ke the ones that are coming from church. If you guys are ready for mgosi, because hayibo, hey, yabona uSlee Ndlovu. Hi. Anyway, you guys, welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyasibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese sizala sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhulume ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it's your first time joining me today, angazi ukuthi uphumaphi ngempela, ngazi nje ukuthi uphumaphi, but there is a subscribe button la ngezansi. Press it, and there's also a notification bell la ngezansi. Please press it. So you guys, niyazi ukuthi ukuthanda indaba zabantu kuyahlupha. So I ended up just looking into istory Slee from Real Housewives of Durban, because obviously uMusa Khawula posted ukuthi uSlee married her late aunt's husband. So basically uSandile Zungu was married to Slee's aunt, and then Slee dated him, because they were not married, you guys. Sometimes she makes it sound like they were married, but they were not. Dated him after she passed. Okay, I've always said that when it comes to historical Slee and her relationship with Usandile Zungu, that our timelines, we don't get them clear enough for us to know when did their relationship start exactly, when did it end, so that we understand that this is not a relationship that started when the late wife was still alive, whom we now know or people are saying was her aunt. Okay, so now she has been saying that she was in this relationship for 6 years, you guys, and I went and looked when did the wife pass away, and the wife passed in 2016 according to the internet. Okay, they say the wife passed away in 2016. May her soul rest in peace. Her name was Uzondwa Zungu. Okay, she passed away after 10 years of a very hard battle with a cancer. Okay, a very sad story, you guys. She was a very influential businesswoman, you guys, a very powerful businesswoman. She had several businesses and also had charity organizations, you know, in KZN. So she passes in 2016. Okay, fine. Now if you are counting, okay, because we're trying to get the timelines zale relationship kaSlee noSandile Zungu, if she passed in 2016 and they broke up in 2022, asibaleni 2016, okay, siyabala ke manje, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Okay, exactly 6 years. So Sandile Zungu's wife has been late for exactly 6 years, and Uslee says that they were dating for 6 years, because we're not counting 2023 because they broke up in 2022. Now it's like, so exactly when did you start dating this man Slee? You know, right after ibhokisi lehla lingena egodini, did you just go home with him that day, or what? Because otherwise it won't add to 6 years. If you say no, I waited a little bit, if it's 6 years, if she is correct and she's not lying about dating him for 6 years, then that means that this woman didn't wait at all after this man buried his wife. Even this man didn't wait at all after he buried his wife to date Uslee. Okay, fine. Okay, they whatever, they moved on fast. Let's just say that, guys. Excuse me, someone is closing the gate, so it's making a bit of noise. So they didn't wait at all. Okay, that is a shock in itself. Okay, now you guys, I'm trying to see if a story Musa Khawula saying that Zodwa Zungu was Slee's aunt. Okay, a lot of us, when we saw the pictures of Zodwa Zungu, we thought they do look alike. There's some resemblance there, but there's one picture where she is sitting down. I'll put it on here, where she's sitting down, Zodwa Zungu. Actually, when I first saw the picture, I thought it was Slee. Okay, Ndlovu. But when I looked close, there was like, no, it's not him. And then when I looked at the bottom, the name said Zodwa Zungu. Then I realized, oh no, it is the aunt. And guys, we can't deny how alike they look. So I feel like from that, I feel like there is a possibility that Musa Kaula is right by saying that that is her aunt. Okay. But I guess that I wanted to see if there is a connection with the surname, and I couldn't find it on the internet where Uzodwa is referred to as Uzodwa Ndlovu. It seemed like she became known as Uzodwa Zungu already, meaning that she was already married to Usandile Zungu. So there is nowhere where she is using the surname Ndlovu for me to just confirm that yes, really she is Slee's aunt. And also Slee, I'm not sure about Ndlovu, whether it's her surname, a maiden surname. It's not a surname where she was married to, because remember, this was going to be her second husband had she married to Sandile Zungu. So I don't know whether this surname Ndlovu is from the husband, the first husband, or it's her original surname. Okay. But the only connection Kasandile Zungu with the Ndlovu surname was one story that came out where he was speaking at the funeral of a woman that was called Cynthia Ndlovu, who was a known businesswoman and had some associations with politics and Umkhonto weSizwe and all of that. And he was speaking at that funeral. I just thought, okay, maybe it's just like a coincidence that that woman who was being buried at that time where he was speaking was in Ndlovu, had a Ndlovu surname, and also Wendy has a Ndlovu surname. But then I thought there's also a possibility that he was at the funeral because obviously maybe that was a relative of his wife, and maybe since that family is a Ndlovu family that had the funeral, maybe then we can say that there is a connection, but it's not 100%. I'm not 100% certain about it. I just thought that it's a possibility. Okay, you guys. So from the resemblance, I feel like for me, I do believe that there is possibly her relative, and also that connection. I feel like there are possibilities there that it is her aunt. Okay, but then you guys, I move on because there's a lot. Now I was just reading about this Zodwa Zungu because there's a lot of things that are written about her, and also you guys. Oh yes, there's another thing. The Thandi Cynthia Ndlovu that was being buried when Usandile Zungu was speaking at the funeral. That Thandi was in construction. Okay, remember, Slee has mentioned being in construction as well, which is what I thought, maybe that's how they became friends with Unonku, because Unonku naye, she is in construction. Okay, I thought there was another connection. Okay, now I'm just reading about Uthandi Zungu because, guys, if you go on the internet and find this woman and find information about her, you would read about her because she was a very influential businesswoman. She did a lot of charity. Okay, now you guys, while I'm reading about her now, even forgetting what I was trying to do a research for this story, I come across what they called a Zodwa Zungu Foundation. This was a foundation started by Uzodwa Zungu, of course, when she was alive. Okay, it looks like they do a lot of charity work with this foundation. Okay. So I'm looking at that foundation, and guess what I see? Okay, at some point, Wendy Ndlovu is stated as the acting chief executive officer. She is the acting CEO of this company, the Zodwa Zungu Foundation. The only thing is that I couldn't see the dates on it to go to she was acting between which date and what date. Because when I go with that information and I go below, at some point it changes and someone else is now the acting chief executive officer of that company, the Zodwa Zungu Foundation. Okay. So now I'm like thinking, did this woman basically take over her life, her aunt's life? Because not only did she, when her aunt passed, if it is her aunt, she did not only take over the man, she basically took over the kids, took over the house, because she has admitted herself that she started taking care of the kids, of his businesses, and even took over her businesses, her aunt's businesses, because at some point she was the acting CEO of the Zodwa Zungu Foundation. Guys, don't you think it's weird? Especially since they look so alike. It's almost like she felt like her aunt died. Now I'm going to become her aunt and take over everything that was my aunt. Okay? So it looks like this organization, which is the Zodwa Zungu Foundation, is still operating. But there is someone else who was recently listed as the CEO of the company now, the Zodwa Zungu Foundation. So now I understand, because I didn't understand when Usli was saying, I saw an opportunity to make something of our lives. When she was explaining to her sister why she left her kids, she said, I saw that I could make something of this, meaning that it's almost like she saw her relationship with Usandile Zungu as bread for her and her kids. So I feel like I guess ukuthi what came with Usandile Zungu not only was him just being rich, but she also was getting opportunities, because it looks like she got involved in the late wives' businesses. Basically, she was taking over. Okay, something must have gone wrong, honestly, with the whole plan, because at some point Usandile Zungu wakes up to think now he wants another wife, not Usli. However, you guys, the interesting thing about this whole thing is that even though Slindele claims ukuthi they have been together for 6 years, hayibo akunzima kanjena ukuthola just pictures of them together. Forget about the pictures where we are mixing them, because when we do our thumbnails and you mix them together, those pictures go into the internet and it looks like it's pictures of them together sometimes when you do the mixing nicely. But there's no pictures of them just happy together, sitting and smiling or whatever. I can't find them, guys. If you have found them, because I know some of the viewers are really good with these things, they will end up sending you stuff. Please send them to me, because I can't find pictures of Slee and Sandile Zungu just when they were dating and together. Because even if you delete them on your social media, they will still be on the internet. We can still find them. I can't find those pictures. And also when Sandile was he got engaged, because the engagement was in the papers, the newspapers, everything. So when he got engaged, Sandile, he did one interview with the newspaper where he says he had been single and living alone. Okay, he said he had been single and living alone ever since he lost his wife in 2016. So you don't see anywhere where Usandile Zungu is claiming Usli. Oh, I haven't seen it, because one viewer said that there is a picture on the internet where Usandile Zungu is with the Zungu family and Usli. I haven't seen it. I tried to look for it. I didn't see it. So I feel like Usandile, it looked like he never really claimed Usli. Even at the point of his engagement, he didn't say that, after my wife passed, I was in a relationship, it didn't work out, and then I met my wife. No. He is just saying that he had been single, and he says he lived alone. So to him, it's like he did not live with Usli. I feel like something is off with him and her. It's like she thought that they were in a relationship, they lived together, they were about to get married. Where on the other side, to him, it looked like this relationship never even existed. Something is off, and there's a truth somewhere, because maybe each person is wanting to tell their side and make it look like they are not wrong in the situation. There is truth somewhere there, but something is not adding up. More especially with Slee, because I guess we umuntu who has spoken a lot about this relationship, but something is not adding up. But yes, you guys, I think that after the information that I found on the internet, I am believing ukuthi information that Umusakawala came up with, that is Usli dated her late aunt's husband. I'm believing that story. I feel like the connections for me, even though I can't say 100%, but they are convincing for me to say that story that Umusakawala is talking about, it might be true. But more than that, you guys, she's even listed in some of this woman's businesses she was taking over. And I understand, you guys, the disappointment in the relationship not working out, because I guess she didn't just lose a relationship. There's some businesses that she lost on, because I guess she was about to take over everything, and then it did not work out. Okay, I'm wondering, you guys, if now when they broke up, then that is when she was removed as the CEO of the company. I don't know, you guys, but I don't want to lie, it was weird for me to see her named there when Ndlovu was CEO of Zodwa Zungu Foundation. Hi bo. Hi. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Like it, and also share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.